Trump was opposed to remaining in America's longest war, but was convinced by his advisors to give it more time. He authorized last year the deployment an additional 3,000 U.S. troops, bringing the total to around 15,000. The officials spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to publicly discuss the issue. We've received some indications from the White House that Trump could ask for a review in the next few months. So we're preparing for what it would look like, said a senior U.S. official. The review would examine all facets of the current strategy, including what progress had been made, the U.S. troops' presence, and prospect of negotiations with the Taliban. It also would include U.S. relations with Pakistan, which U.S. officials accuse of supporting the insurgents, the senior official said. Islamabad denies the charge. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Longest war forces invaded Afghanistan in 2001 to topple the Taliban government for harboring al-Qaeda. Since then, nearly 1,900 U.S. troops have been killed in the war, even as corruption remains endemic in the country and security remains precarious. A recent U.S. government watchdog report found that the Afghan government controlled or influenced only 56% of country. The president has asked repeatedly what progress we've made in Afghanistan since he made his decision, and how much we've invested there since 2001, said one senior official with first-hand knowledge of the ongoing debate over Afghan policy. He's voiced his frustration about the lack of progress many times, basically asking, what have we got for all that money? Michael Kugelman, a South Asia specialist at the Woodrow Wilson Center, said that if there had meaningful progress in Afghanistan, a review would be unlikely. The administration could essentially say, after the review, that the conditions have not improved on the ground, so what is the reason to stay, Kugelman said. It is not unprecedented for the White House to request such an internal review. Officials said a similar review was carried out after President Barack Obama unveiled an Afghanistan strategy in 2009. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, on a surprise visit to Afghanistan on Monday, promised support for President Ashraf Ghani's bid to start peace talks with the Taliban and repeated the United States would be willing to take part. He said the strategy announced last year was working, and would reassure Afghans that we will support them as they continue fighting to liberate their country and their people.